you know, our school is a proud member of City University, and we offer the opportunity...
Enough of that guy. But does everybody have registration notices for all their courses? And if you're new to our school, a big welcome. Give yourself a round of applause. Education is important. Very important. Before we get started, just a couple safety checks, all right? Exits, if anything were to happen, are back where you came in from. And if you forgot where you came in, just retrace your steps. You'll find your way. Or ask the person next to you. You might make a new friend. Who knows? Bathrooms are right over here to the left of where you walked in, just behind this little fence we have there. Very important. This isn't your first rodeo. You know we should silence our phones. All right, so take a second, silence your phones or turn them off. Last thing we want is your little timbres to be disrupting the flow. So, if there's an important call, we're gonna take a break in between so you can make your call later. All right. Okay. If you need these notices, you just check in with me. All right.
Hey, profe, right? There's somebody new teaching math?
Sí, Doctora Sonia Tavares. She's real good.
Yeah, that's what I heard of her.
I got her too. And Professor Cintron.
Sí.
Thank you. You're teaching intro to Vila?
You got it. Best theater teacher on this side of the Mississippi. Modestia aparte. Hey, profe.
Is that what they're going to call me? Okay, let's not get too carried away. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Happy that you're here. You look terrific.
So do you.
Oh, well.
It's been a long time.
Too long? You ready for your first class?
I guess. A little nervous.
Oh, it's natural. What's it been, 5 years since NJIT?
About. Feels like a lifetime.
Oh, well, don't worry. You'll do fine. I have a feeling the math faculty looks upon the students as disturbing enemies, so you're much needed here. And you'll get a little time to do work on your research papers.
Ooh, that would be great. Anyway, it's good to be teaching again. Honestly, thank you for the spot.
Well, let's see how grateful you are after you get your first paycheck.
Well, I know it's not the financial world, but it's something to help keep the wolf away while I look for something else. I may not have to stay for more than one semester.
You might be surprised.
I'm sure there's a bunch of other places needing outside help with their systems. Plus now I have mommy to support. By the way, she says hello.
Say hello back. I miss her. Sonia, I know it's not consulting rates, but if we can get you a full-time position here, you'd at least get retirement and benefits. And your pay would more than double.
Listen, I mean, that just Volvo want to keep me as an adjunct.
Well, they'll try, but I think I could convince the dean.
Oh, and how do you plan to do that? You've got some special secret?
Well, look at your credentials. None of the full-timers in the math department has a PhD. Hey, suppose I wait for you this afternoon, and my last class is over at 4, and if you'd like, we can get a bite,
Yeah, maybe some other time. I have a lot of files and notes to still put in order and prep work for tomorrow.
Well, we're in the same boat. We can work together, either at my place, or yours, or somewhere in between.
Ruang, I am not ready for anything right now. I have a lot that I'm still getting over, and...
Well, that's why I thought it could help.
I need to be alone. Nothing than model, it's just that, maybe some other time we can sit down and talk.
Okay. Well, it's good to talk to people when you're going through rough times. It doesn't have to be with me. You used to have some great friends.
I still have a few. That was, not as many as before you did your numbers.
Oh, you want to talk about that now?
You really pretend for me to believe? Listen, I mean, then why are you even bothering me? I have a class to prep for, and I'm sure you have to do the same, so,
Do you have any idea how much you hurt me? Look, I'll let it slip out that I'm happy you got divorced, and I'm happy that you're here, but I'm not looking to do an involvement encore if that's what you were thinking. Why, so you could repeat your exit?
So why are you bothering me? Like I said, I have a class to prep for tomorrow, and I'm sure you'd have to do the same. So, vete, bye, I'll see ya.
Call me if you have any questions.
No questions. Too many questions. What? I marked you present every day this week. What do you need this for?
I gotta hand it in. Required.
Required? Who's required? It has a city seal. You work for the city?
No, I just need you to check my attendance.
And, well, I need you to explain.
Hey, it's for a job I'm trying to get.
And they're asking you for an attendance sheet. Por favor, Mr. Sanchez, please sit down. If you want me to sign whatever paper this is, you gotta explain what it is.
It's for my parole officer. See? I'm in some trouble.
I get it. So what, this is at the end of every week?
It's supposed to be.
I'll tell you what I can do. I'll sign all of your papers at the end of every month.
No, I don't think they'll take it like that.
I'm sure that they'll just fine.
You don't know parole officers, Professor?
What makes you so sure?
Well, could you at least sign this one now? And then after that, we start your way.
Okay. Only since you're here.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed your classes.
See you Monday.
Actually, I want to say goodbye. Today's my last day.
What are you talking about? This is the first week. The semester's just beginning.
I gotta quit.
Then why did you even start? And why'd you agree to my signing every month? You lied to me.
Hey, I didn't lie.
You didn't?
You want the truth?
Would that be too hard of an ask?
Well, I don't think you'll understand.
Why not?
'Cause prison is a different world. Let's leave it at that. I'll see you.
How long was your bid?
18 months. Hey, wait. How come you know that word?
What word? Bid? I just know.
With all respect, people don't just know it. Not unless... Professor, they told me it was your first year teaching at this school, but I didn't... Before you came here, were you in with the in crowd?
No, I was a consultant.
Okay, but before that... Come on, you got me curious now, Dr. Tavares. Look, you can tell me. I'll keep my mouth shut.
You wouldn't even tell me why you're quitting. Yeah, we could do a trade. I'll tell you while I was in if you tell me what's got you wanting to quit school.
You're on.
Well, I did 2 short bids. First, when I was a teenager, I was in a clique. They still call it that?
More like crew now.
Okay, well, crew, clique, anyway. Well, we went down against another clique. And 2 girls got injured and I got busted.
You were a jitterbug? Dig it.
Listen, I was all mixed up. I'm sure you get it. Anyway, a couple years later, I was a different person. Ku Klux Klan, they came to New York and our organization, Arcoides, we didn't fuck around. We battled them 6 months for assault.
Yeah. Damn, this is a surprise and a half.
Yeah.
I'll give you props, Professor.
All right, yeah, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you straight. I was working at Kmart. You know the one that's right here, the 8th Street and Broadway? The pay was low. But my boy, he was good with numbers. At least he said he was. And he figured out a way to move some charges for rugs over to ourselves. But I had no prior conviction, so the judge only gave me 18 months a la Roca. But I got the streets after a year on the condition that I come to this school.
Okay, so what happens if your parole officer just finds out that you quit? What, he's gonna throw you back into the joint?
Well, if I'm working, he's gonna see I'm okay, and he's gonna let me keep the streets. That's what happened with a homie of mine.
So you've got a job?
There may be a spot alongside my homie.
So what is the reason that's got you wanting to quit school? Is that even enough?
No, I'll just be, too busy looking for work or working, but...
Where do you want to go
Professor, I haven't told them at the office yet that I quit. That's still on the down low.
Where do you want to go with your life, Mr. Sanchez?
Before anything, I gotta survive.
I mean, I get that, but what? You can't, get off on a part-time job, apply for financial aid here?
Nah, they don't, nah.
Ay, por favor, Otis, I've noticed you in class. You pay attention. You're not dozing off or texting. I mean, your spirit is alive. You're just too smart to be wanting to quit school.
I wish.
What's got you thinking that you what? You can't pass your courses?
I can handle most of them.
No problem?
A piece of cake. But there's one class, only one class that I could never get through. Not in a million years.
What class is that?
Yours.
Something about me.
No, Dr. Tavares, don't think like that. Look, I've been telling you everything because you like the way you talk to the class. Like, even though it's math, like a feeling, respect. And now even more since I know you've done time. No, it's me. I could never get through math. I was never good at math. That's why I gotta quit. Look, I can handle every other course, but even if by some miracle, and I mean miracle, even if I get through your remedial math, I'd still be facing college math. Nah, forget it. Ni pa allá voy a mirar.
I mean, what's got you thinking that you just can't do math?
It's not that I think, it's that I know. Believe me, I've been a bruto since I was a kid. Yo, everybody's been goofing on me about it, even my own family. I can't do simple arithmetic without my phone.
Yeah. Can you multiply by 10? Can you do 10 times 57?
Well, yeah, you just add a zero. That's 570, right? But that's all I know. You see why I'm not college material? And, okay, you want the whole story? There's a girl that I like in your class. You think I want to look like a chump in front of her at the blackboard, or if you called on me with a question? Yo, all this week I was so scared that you might pull that on me. There's no point. Hey, thanks for the signature, and I appreciate what you told me about yourself.
No, you're not leaving without at least taking a test.
A test? I'm dropping the course. I don't have to take tests.
No, you're not. A simple test. One question. Quick. Something small.
How about you just give me a zero?
You have to pass the test.
No, wait. So on, Professor.
No, you want me to take my signature back? You said that you wanted to go back to the streets. I could easily call back the office and tell them how you coerced me into signing something that you had no intention of attending. You want me to do that because I'd hate to send you back, Otis?
You wouldn't do that.
Oh, try me. This is your question. What is 1 plus 2 plus all
Wait,
the
hold on.
No
I got
fun. Come on.
And why not? Coño.
You don't need pencil and paper either.
Yo, what the fuck is this? I excuse my language, but I just told you I'm a dumbo. Yo, dead ass, and now you're giving me an Einstein problem.
What? How about I help you? Maybe I tell you a little story?
We back in grade school
No, it's
now?
in ancient times.
Actually, I like stories, but how'd you know?
Just a hunch. So there was a slave in ancient times. And one day she's starving. I'm talking pit in her stomach, hungry, and she decides one day out of desperation to steal some food. I'm talking an apple, a piece of bread, something small. But her master decides to give her a punishment. You wanna know what that punishment was? To carry a back-breaking load, and not just to carry it, but walk with it. And as she's walking, just to count the pedestals, all the way to 20. Turn around, count down to 19. One pedestal less. Turn 18. 17. She couldn't stop until she counted the total sum.
I got the same problems that slave had.
Here's one way to think about it. You got 20 plus 19 plus ... So, hello, these 3 dots are going to signify the numbers in between. plus 11. You're gonna drag down the 10. I want you to finish the second row. Come on.
One plus 2 dot. This is so stupid. Wow, where's this gonna get me?
Add the first pair.
20 plus 1, 21.
Now add the second pair.
19 plus 2, 21 again.
Keep going.
18 plus 3, 21. Hey, I'm noticing
How many pairs you got?
10. Yo, never! What shit? Yo, you can teach, bro! Oh, shit! Oh! Damn!
See you Monday.
Well, Monday, or if my man got that gift for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back in the spring.
In the spring? I may not even be here. I'm just an adjunct.
Adjunct? What is it, like you're not dead ass, or?
No, like I'm not permanent. Like if you want to make sure that I'm the prophet to sign those papers in SAA, olvídate.
But then, if I stay with you now, then you ain't gonna be here when I'm taking college math. Nah, forget it. That ain't gonna do it.
I mean, what can you do? All I can make sure is that I'll try my best to be here in the spring.
You're on.
Well, you don't think I should have told him all that about myself? 9 out of 10 professors would have never revealed all that information. Why so weak, friend? 9 out of 9. But an exception is still not impossible. It's like when the weather forecast said that the probability of rain is 0, and then it still rains. Each one of us is an occurrence of a 0 probability event. And you? It wasn't believable, huh? Permíteme, but listen, you're not so believable yourself with your weird tastes and ways and such. You're producible. 0 probability event. Each one of us. My privacy? He could have found that information about me anywhere on the web. A boy like this, a child I don't have. You think? And I'm hoping. There's still time. But Otis, he is well on his way to a cycle of poverty and crime. Do you know what it's like to help somebody like that to have a flash of insight, that warmth? Yeah, I know. I know I said that I would stay. But what was I gonna say? I mean, do you condemn me? You don't know what the income of an adjunct professor is like. Oh, you do know? Oh, you must be one of those other adjuncts, like real income. You apply for food stamps? SNAP? Shit, I would too if I didn't have this contract gig. Or I might be like freaking Mary Lou camping out in her office down the hall. Do you have any idea what a corporate consulting job pays? Yeah, true. I mean, if I stay in these guys' lives, I mean, it's a treasure to be part of them. I mean, people without half a chance, helping them struggle and grow. Growing with them. Does Ruben really think that they'll make me full-time? That's a long shot. a long shot and a half, like what we used to say back in the day, or like Otis reminded me. Dead ass. Coño. Giving me an Einstein problem? Then there's that flash. Hey.
We need to talk.
Sometime soon.
Does that soon ever arrive?
Did you talk with the dean yet?
Ese baboso. We can't start making adjuncts into
What
permanents.
did I tell you? They're just gonna keep trying to string us along, expecting us to wait for crumbs.
Well, that's what I want to talk to you about.
I'm swamped right now with a bunch of homework and plus this paper I'm trying to finish that I've been working on for a while, more than a while.
That's the one on, don't tell me. The semi...
Oh, you remember? Yeah, semi-continuous functions. You're good, Ruben.
The way you describe the semi-continuous curves and how they sometimes break apart in several pieces.
There were an infinity of pieces with a tendency to crest or to bottom scrape. How long since I started this paper? And I'm still not finished? Doesn't say much for me, right?
Well, don't be so hard on yourself. You had your consulting, eats up your time.
Yeah, you got that right.
I remember how you were, 24/7.
The 24/8, and an eighth day gets consumed into the week when you're on contract. And then you're on the beach and you're still looking for jobs, and when not that, then you're trying to sharpen up your tech smarts.
Didn't getting married to that math whiz help?
Will you cut that out? Richie was too consumed in his own research, and he only saw me as a supporting shadow. I got lost, and I'm still trying to figure out where I am. How are you?
Me? Better, because you're asking. We gotta work together to come up with demands for livable conditions, achievable demands that the union could back. We can sit down and work.
Should I explain to you what I thought was always obvious? I'll always feel close to you. And when we were together, I mean, you were terrific.
Until you left.
I didn't leave you. I left town and you forgot that I ever existed, and not a word from you. No answer to my calls or my texts or my emails. I mean, shit, I had to ask Lisa to make sure that you were okay. I can't imagine going through something like that again.
So you leave me for lover boy and I'm the guilty one.
How long was I supposed to wait for you to decide to see me? And then, and then you get with my friends, my supposed friends, deacon friends. I mean, after the way that you treated me, how was I not supposed to leave you? And Richie wasn't a friend of yours, not like Lisa and Milagros with me.
But I didn't get with either of them until after you announced your marriage.
Oh, that's what you and they love to insist.
Well, how long did you want me to stay alone
But
for?
why my fucking friends? I mean, that's a double entendre.
Look, we both did some hurtful things. But we learned, no? Why can't we continue to work together?
Continue, but not too close. Semi-continue, but I ain't trying to start a fucking revolution with you. I mean, sure, yeah, I hope that the union can improve things here, but I've got an income to make. The curve? Yeah, I'm glad you can see that. There's a basic flow. Is life like that? They're just like a bunch of broken, unrelated pieces.
Knock, knock. Profe, can I talk with you a minute?
Hi, sure.
I wanted to ask you about the return project. Right. So you said 10 to 20 minutes?
Or 8 to 15 pages. You can do an improv and I'll help you write the script.
I don't know what Profe, instead of a play, can I do a movie?
We don't make films here. When you go to a 4-year college, you can learn.
Profe, I love movies. Movies are what I know, Professor Cinturón. All my life, I've been watching movies. On TV, on my phone, in theaters. I had to take care of my brothers and sisters while my mom was at work, so a lot of movies. I never had anything to do with plays.
That's what this class is for.
But I don't know what to do a play about.
Well, try something you know. Something from your own life.
Like,
Here's a thought. Have you ever thought about writing a scene with the theme of mathematics?
what? Oh, I was never crazy about math. It's a tough subject.
Well, that's the point. You can use the difficulty. I'll help you develop the script.
You know my math professor, Dr. Tavares, right?
I've seen her around.
Right.
Maybe she can give you an idea.
Math is boring. No action. I like blood, profe. People killing each other. Don't take it the wrong way. Only in movies. I hate violence in real life. Like right now, there's someone in your class that's packing a gun. That's not cool. But in the movies, anything goes. Ooh, like the Julius Caesar movie you had us watch after we read the play. I love all that stabbing. Oh! You're Caesar. Speak! Hands for me! ¿Es tú, Brute?
Go ahead, Red.
Then fall, Caesar. Freedom! Liberty! Tyranny is dead! Run hence! Proclaim! Cry it about the streets!
Vaya, Eva. Impressive.
That's my kind of play. Forget about math, profe. How do I write something like Julius Caesar?
You wanted to see me, profe?
Yes. Hi, Frank. Have a seat. How are you doing?
Everything is everything. You know I love your class.
Well, it's been great to have you. You have a maturing influence, especially on the younger students.
Thanks, profe. But if this was about my term project, I don't got any ideas.
No.
so-
It's about something else. You have a gun, right?
What you talking about? Why are you asking me? Somebody spreading bochinche?
It's not true.
I ain't got no gun, shit.
You didn't bring a gun back with you from Iraq.
No, they take those from you when you're discharged. What's this about, Ruben? Somebody said something. Don't even gotta tell me. I know who it was. Eva Clemente, right? She told you I got a gun?
No, Eva just said that she's worried about
Hold
you.
on, don't mentira, yo. She talks to my girl Carmen every day.
Well, they must be good friends.
Yeah, too good. They work at the same Starbucks, the one in Valencia.
Well, if Eva thinks you have a gun, she probably got that idea from Carmen.
Yeah, Ruben, why you bringing me in about this? All right, I bought a pistol. Something wrong with that? Nothing illegal.
Well, if there's nothing wrong with it, why didn't you tell me? First you say you don't have a
Because
gun.
they start imagining things. They talk about everybody, even you, Ruben. Well, they malo, pero they say you got a thing going on with Professor Tavares.
Who says?
I got her for math. And I heard some of the students bochinchando. All kinds of stories. They hear you got a gun. They think you're gonna go into attack mode and shoot down a crowd. Like Carmen. She wants me to get rid of it. Yeah, she said something to Eva.
How long have you had the gun?
What, you a cop now? A couple months. Look, I failed the college math test. And they told me that I couldn't continue in the associate's degree program. Do you know how that made me feel?
I can imagine.
The lowest of low. The world was a dark cloud. So I brought me to peace. Not to use it, just to pick up my spirits. And then the school announced the math remedial program. They brought in Dr. Tavares, and sunshine started breaking through the gray.
a degree path. You signed up for the course?
You know it. So I was gonna sell the gun. But then, somebody been trying to push me around.
Here at the school?
No. Where I work. It's a window installation company. I'm a part-time assistant. No set times, just whenever they call. Lately, they got a lot of high-rises going up on Houston Street, so there's a lot of work, but I can't always answer the call. Now the manager, he knows I study here, but he don't give a shit. So some days when I can't go, he starts hinting that they're gonna replace me, tirándome indirectas, and see, if somebody does that, and they try to make me look small, I'ma get even.
Both that manager and you are in danger.
Ah, now you're going off. Way off. I don't plan to burn the dude. I just want to scare him. Nobody's gonna be goofing on me. Nobody.
Maybe the whole school is in danger, Frank. I mean, you've heard about all these shootings all over the country.
You mean the man killing anybody not white?
Well, that too. But I'm talking about everyday people. People like you who get pushed so close to the edge that they react violently. Is that what Carmen's worried about?
Who knows? She's going through changes. Está como loca. I don't know. She starts complaining about me and then tells me that war made me crazy. Get rid of the burner! She wants me to check out a psycho next week.
How long have you two been together? At least since before you started taking classes here, if I'm not mistaken.
Long before that. I mean, before I even went to the army. Actually, she's the one that told me to come to school here, because I could have had a good job when I came out of Iraq. Security guard. But she was like, no, go to school. You know, it's going to help you get your head together. She was right.
She can think straight.
She can, but she don't. I mean, she doesn't. Look, I appreciate her, pero, profe, ¿quiere que se lo diga? It's your fault. Yup. You introduced me to plays, the discovery of my life. But see, when I try to share that with Godman, she's like, forget it. And she just wants to come home, eat, sleep, watch TV, complains and complains. You only working part-time, boy. You gotta do some housework too.
And that's what she wants.
On and on, I mean, my cantaleta. You know, I'm so sick of her. And now, to top it off, she wants to have a kid. And she's scared. Yeah, she's afraid I'm gonna go crazy and kill her.
Out of the blue? Or did something happen?
Nah, all because I had a dream one night that I killed her. Shit. Just a dream. Too bad.
Wait, you want her dead for real?
I'm fucking with you, man. I love her, but sometimes I just want to get in the wind and listen about a segment.
Frank, let me make a few suggestions if you want. Even if you don't want. You should stay with Carmen. Even if you don't know, just don't make a move. And who knows? She might sign up for college courses just like she says.
Actually, me and Eva have been telling her to do that.
There you go. And you should go to that appointment next week.
No way. Do I look crazy to you?
A little. Everyone's a little crazy. Cada loco con su tema, like that Pirandello play that I assigned.
Each in their own way. That play is crazy.
Well, that's its power, its craziness.
Each character with their double identities and contradictions.
Even Pirandello himself.
But see, how can the characters just like stop the play to bop back and forth with the audience? I mean, that's no play.
Well, why not?
Because it's not real.
Well, let's see. Now, don't you go start telling me that I should alert the office. Why? So they could call the police and block him from the school? Or arrest him? Or panic and shoot him? Or not panic and still shoot him? Just another one of our lives, right? Look, I know Frank. He's hurting, but he's growing. Yes, this is where the play interrupts. Hi, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. You see the trials and tribulations? It's a real fucking play, you know? Well, now that you're here and you've seen Frank, let me be frank. I must confess, right? He has his craziness, but I admire him. I mean, able to live with a woman for years, I mean, what's his secret, right? Here I am, well, Sonia Tavares, the one you saw a couple scenes earlier. Well, the students are already suspecting that, well, they suspect our involvement. You can't block out the sky with your hand, you know? How many times over the years have I wavered and lost her? The last time, she stayed with me for 3 months, and I stayed at her place for 2. Then she took a contract down in Philadelphia. You don't know what that feels like. It's like she left me in the dust. I stopped communicating. Weird, right? And then she got married. And I was wiped out. There were days that I couldn't get out of bed. I went for therapy, and, well, here I am, still living alone. You live alone? What's that like? Yeah? Well, I hate living alone. I wouldn't mind it so much if I hadn't met Sonia. I mean, I've never loved anyone the way that I love her. And you know that saying, there are other fish in the sea? That's not for me. When I found out she got divorced, ooh, Papa, I was like back in business, you know? But these students, our hearts get mixed up with theirs. And then they leave, gone like characters in a play. Are there near calamities ways for us teachers to learn? Or just consolation prize?
Profe, there's another problem with that play. You said that we should try to feel for these characters, but the only one that I could relate with was Delia. You think she was gonna get away from that Baron guy again?
No, I think Pirandello was too concerned with himself to really appreciate Delia.
A poor country girl getting even with those rich mothers and those butlers with those dudes. Everybody trying to fuck her and dump her, so she leaves them on, and then she dumps them. Funny. And sad. Guess you never know when a crazy character gonna try to kill you. Or you gonna have to kill him. Yeah, that's what convinced me I gotta keep the peace.
Oh, now I see why you say that I'm to blame.
Nah, profe, don't take it like that. I was just joking. It's my mind. It just starts to... Okay, maybe I'll check out that cycle next week.
Yeah, that's what I've always
But
liked
it's
about
a
it,
one-time try only.
So
But we think it's gonna be more than that.
All right. Last and most important part. Do you have the gun with you?
No.
La verdad?
What you think? I'm not packing all the time. It's only when... I'm not packing all the time.
Okay, well, bring it into me.
But that's the end, Ruben.
Frank.
Listen, I'm not listening to you, all right? And if I gotta quit, which I don't want to, but if I gotta quit, then I quit. Give you my gun. Shit, what you take me for, un bobo?
No, I think you're smart. But what do you think I am? Un bobo.
Why you want my gun?
It's time to give. Bring it in tomorrow, make sure it's not loaded, and we'll donate it to the physics lab. What do you say?
I say no. But they teach the inner workings of the gun.
Yes. You'll be taking physics, right?
Not yet. First, I gotta get through remedial math. And then, after that, I gotta take college math. Now, I can handle that if I got Dr. Tavares again. But, you think she's still gonna be here?
Why wouldn't she be?
I don't know. You know adjuncts, they come and go. Could you arrange it? Could you make it so that she stays?
I can try.
All right, so I'll donate the piece next year. If I'm still here.
Where would you be?
I mean, here on Earth. With all this shit going on, anything's possible.
You better donate tomorrow.
Forget it, I might still need it.
Tomorrow, Frank.
Give me one good reason.
For me, you mean a lot to me.
Driving me crazy, girlfriend.
You'll hold out till tomorrow? You won't kill Carmen?
I don't know. She keeps screaming at me, talking about we gotta have a kid. You gotta get a full-time job. On. And you know, I hate to do it, but I'm gonna put her in her place.
No. That ain't gonna get it, as they say. Don't put her in her place. Think of Carmen as Delia in the play. And you put yourself in her place.
How about I play the guy that lost Delia and I kill myself?
Easy, Frank.
Or
how about instead? How about instead? You leave the gun here with me. You come in tomorrow and you ask me to kill you.
you lost your fucking mind.
Deal?
You kill me just once.
You're the man.
It's not loaded. You too much, bro, man. Hey, why don't you try to play about me?
Sellouts. There's just a few leaders that are for all of us. They wanted to strike.
I heard about that. If I were staying, I'd be joining them. But I started making calls. So far, no contracts in the city. If I can't find anything, I mean, I'll have to go out of town.
I hope you fail.
No se hace.
There's an idea I want to talk to you about. I think it'll sway you. It came to me one day in my office. Eva Clemente came by and a math theater combo project. If we can develop a play with a math theme, I think that will convince the dean.
Math and theater, apples and oranges.
Well, there was David Auburn's proof.
The exception that proves the rule?
Well, we might come up with another exception if you put your mind to it. You've always had good taste and your ideas are great.
Deja eso. Give me privacy, son.
No, it's bad enough we're listening.
Yeah.
Ruben, mommy is having a ton of dental work done. I'm talking extractions, crowns, implants. Whatever savings I thought I had might be gone and I have to make a move. Why are you against that?
I'm just trying to do what I should have done before. Stop you from going away.
You weren't supposed to stop me. People have to go away sometimes. Modern life, man. I mean, what you were supposed to do was communicate. That's all. Or travel down to see me in Philly, but no, love the one you're with, that's you. But instead, you punished me for going on a business trip. abandoned me.
Sony, let me tell you a story. Please. When I was in 2nd grade, my mom took me up to Central Park. She got mad at me because I was climbing on too many trees and rocks, and she got on the bus to go home without me.
Why would she do that?
She wanted to scare me, and well, she did scare me. All of a sudden, I was so alone. And, luckily, we had just learned how to read the street signs in school, so I walked. I walked back home.
All the way? That's what, 3rd Street and Avenue C, right? How long did that take?
5 or 6 hours, over 100 blocks. And the whole time I just remember telling myself, you see, if you get left behind, you can make it back on your own. My brother was like disappointed to see me again.
¿Y tu mamá?
She had the police looking for me all up in Central Park.
I mean, there had to be something wrong with her. You never told me about this.
I had forgotten all about it. Till one day last year with my therapist.
Dr. Tavares, can we talk with you?
Someone is here right now. We'll be
Oh, Professor Jerome won't bother us.
It's actually better that he's here.
Yeah, let me show you this little scene. Oh man, it's so good.
I'm a little busy right now.
No. Wait, watch. And hey.
Now here's evidence of the world not changing. A slave who cannot keep her fingers off of food that isn't hers.
I was hungry, sir.
Did my wife not warn you about taking olives?
It will be the last time, Master.
I'm going to help you keep your promise, Calliope. Pick up that sack.
No. Am I making it look heavy?
You got it.
So good.
It's too heavy, Master.
10 lashes will still be heavier. Do you want to try again? In the real play, I'm actually Doblar.
She has the body of a temptress. What's in the sack?
Stones. Now walk, counting the pedestals as you pass them. Do not assist her.
20 pedestals.
No. Do not put the sack down. Retrace your steps, continuing to count.
Are you not overdoing the kid? She is strong, but neither she nor anyone else here could carry such a load for more than a few steps.
For deceitful minds, this is the only way. For leniency only encourages them to steal more.
This is brilliant.
You gave me the idea, girlfriend. Let's go.
Professor Caicedo helped us with the old time language.
I figured he had a hand in it.
Continue, stopping just before the first pedestal. And back and forth, and back and forth. Each time, one pedestal less. Oh, and here's mercy. If you can tell me what the total will be, then you can stop.
That's what they got so far.
Hey!
Ha!
You people are going to make me cry. Score 1 for you, Ruben.
So that play is possible.
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as say that, but I mean, to make a play, don't you need an ending?
Well, maybe one of those Greek gods could suddenly rescue Calliope. Like, what was that term?
Deus ex machina. The gods have their powers, but they don't convince us in today's world.
Maybe just a tragedy. I get wiped out by the weight and sink to my death. There's no other way out.
Unless someone else could help save Calliope and help her figure things out.
Maybe you can help us, Dr. Tavares. The three of us are doing this for the class project.
I'm helping them, but I don't know how to write a character that gives math help.
You're the only one who can do it, Profe! Come on!
Let me think about it.
Yeah! You see, I told you!
Take that as a win.
You're doing something something miraculous here.
Thanks, but I need your assistance.
No, you don't. I mean, you could find like a theatrical way to help the woman. What was her name?
Calliope?
Yes, and maybe another slave. Some of the slaves in ancient Greece had education before they were captured. Well, somebody can do the rationing and the reasoning in their head and run to Calliope, whisper the total.
Well, charity. Then you can lead a math discussion after the show.
Still trying to rope me in.
You're too good for that? Sorry. Look, I've always admired your logical mind and passion, and the way you describe numbers and figures to people, you instill your love of them. It's like a spell you cast. But at the same time, I always had doubts that I could hold on to you. Look, I never told you this, but I was spooked by your being a mathematician. Not what I was used to.
Is math what terrifies you about me? You have the same complex the students have, that math is some indecipherable language of superior beings. I mean, what am I, a monster?
No.
Don't answer that. Oh, watch out. I just might go and throw an equation at you and cut your balls off.
No, or are you the superior one? Like I'm not quality because I'm not a math man. But when we were getting closer, you found a way to lead.
Not true.
Richie was the quant, the Einstein. That's why you took him over me, right?
You're crazy. No, I mean, probably had a complex, but like, he thought the only way that he could get racists to stop calling him a dumb spit was through like math or tech. And somehow I carried this image of that in the back of my mind all my life. Through my childhood, my teenage years, my arcoíris struggles, my academia, my marriage, and what I'm still trying to figure myself out. I still can't get it right.
That's always been part of your beauty. You question. You grow.
You have something different that Richie doesn't. You connect. Even with people that you don't mean to. Yeah. I guess, just don't let that go to your head.
Well, I've been wrestling with my head.
I mean, yeah, maybe I could, lead a math discussion after a scene.
Yes!
Well, don't think that I'm gonna work with you on a full-length play.
Dr. Tavares, can I talk with you?
Yeah, sure, Miss Clemente. You can sit down. I like what the three of you did with that scene.
Oh, you're gonna help us find an ending?
I have an idea. I talked to Professor Citron about it.
Oh, great. Profe, ¿le puedo decir así?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I know the others call me that.
Oh. Profe, so I understand the definition of a rational number. It's when a fraction has whole numbers on the top and the bottom, right?
Yes, very good.
And for most of the numbers you assign to show whether they're rational or irrational, I got like 0.88 and 4 pi over 7 pi. That one was tricky. Both of those are rational, right?
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. There was some I had no idea about, like the square root of 2 and pi and e. I never even heard of e, but I googled it.
Very good. Well, I mean, yes. Whatever you can't prove, you look online and you just try to see if they're rational or not. And whatever you can't find out, we'll discuss in class. We're just trying to see the nature of these real numbers, of lengths.
Okay, now, here's what I want to ask. And I don't want you to take this the wrong way because I actually had a lot of fun doing the homework. But, okay, Dr. Tavares, what do we need this for?
Well, it's mainly just to exercise your minds for now.
But aren't we supposed to be improving our work skills? Mira, I looked up your resume online. You're a consultant for banks, right?
Yes, I was a consultant, and I will probably do that kind of work again.
And I bet you made a lot of money, right? But did you ever have to use this stuff there?
Well, to tell you the truth, rarely. I wish I had needed it more, but most of the time it's just really straight information systems. I mean, there are times and things that you'll be able to use here that you won't be when you're working.
But can we skip this part? That was my question.
Oh, well, here's why you need it to Miss Clemente to pass the course.
My friend Carmen said college would be a waste of her time. Like this. Why would anyone need to know whether a number is rational?
Well, there was a group, the Pythagoreans. They cared in a real bad way. You know, and when someone tried to reveal rational numbers to them, they felt so threatened that they killed them.
Killed for math? Impossible.
Almost impossible. The occurrence of a zero probability event.
And the killers, what were they called? The
Pythagoreans, yes, they were a Greek group that controlled most of the cities in Italy. This person came and pretty much put a mathematical hole in their theory.
And they took them out, like in the movies?
You see, times haven't changed much.
That's why I wonder about learning all this math. It's too dangerous. See you, profe.
What? She told you a story. Just wait till I talk with her.
Well, maybe she misunderstood you. I thought it was a good idea. I followed up. I started reading about the Pythagoreans and their 5th century crisis. If I write something, will you look it over and rewrite the math parts?
Okay, but I may be getting work out in St. Louis, a hedge fund called Windward. And they need their systems overhauled.
Well, you'll have the rest of the semester to think about it.
No, I mean, if this deal goes through, I'll have to resign sooner.
I should never arrange for you to come here. How could you do this to me?
Well, contracts just don't come easy anymore.
Well, the students need you.
Watch, if I leave, they'll forget me in a week.
People today, young kids, they keep things in, but can't you see how much you mean to them?
I wonder how much anything means to them, scattered, undefined protests.
Well, that was years ago. They're more organized now.
Oh, but no theory.
Were we any different? All we cared about was actions and hormones. You remember that protest that we arranged? There was an older woman there from the Young Lords in the early 70s. And she said, it's not enough to say that you've been infiltrated or corrupted. You have to know what you do different. Could we hear? Did we care anything about theory?
But we could appreciate history. These kids nowadays will never know about what it was, these struggles. They'll just get bits of it, climate change, equality, but no continuity.
Was there any continuity with us? Militant, when that was the in thing. Together, then apart, back and forth, and back and forth.
Semi-continuous, with me taking swims in the corporate ocean.
And now you want to take another dip.
I'll try not to drown again.
Dr. Tavares, can we talk to you?
Did you tell Professor Singron about a play, that I'll work on a play with y'all?
No, I would never. All I said
Because I
is
don't write plays.
We want to write a play about the Pythagorean theorem.
We need your help.
Please, Dr. T?
Well, listen, I'm sure Professor Singron's help will be just enough.
You're sure, but I'm not.
Maybe you could just come to an improv and guide us.
I wish I could, but I've got my hands full teaching all of y'all.
Perdona que se lo diga, but they saying you're looking to leave us. Did you come here because your consulting business dried up?
Well, that's a factor.
Dr. T, you stay. Maybe you get to like teaching.
Look at me, trapped by my own students. I was supposed to be a dedicated playwright.
You are a dedicated playwright.
It's an impossible project if you're not in it. I guess you can't win them all, right?
Yeah, but you could lose me. Dr. Tavares, on Monday after class, can we meet with you? Just to go over the Pythagorean math?
What, do you think I have all the details? Okay, well, just the math.
Gracias, Dr. T.
You bastard! Get cursi! Get rabia! I mean, did you rehearse this? They're off book. Is that the term?
Have have I sinned?
Trying to force me.
Force you? Oh, I wish. Will the illustrious one care to stay any longer? And you say you were an activist, or has that gone too?
Are you insensitive or insensitive? You have a tenured position.
If we can develop this play, then I think that will convince the dean to give you a full-time slot.
Dr. T. That got to me. Did you tell him to call me that?
I only gave them the lines in the scene you saw, the one with the pedestals.
There's strong lines in there.
The story is yours. Otis listened carefully when you told it to him. What you're witnessing is your own influence. You're irreplaceable to them. And to me too.
Well, the cemetery is full of irreplaceable people.
Oh, yeah.
I could lead a math discussion on Pythagorean and math ideas next week. But the living, I have to make a living. And with now mommy just on Social Security, my back is breaking. I'm like the slave in that scene.
Funny how long it took me to realize I wanted to be a writer. If anyone was going to write, it would have been my older brother, Tony. I left that alone. Better not to challenge. I did okay in school, but not too well. Stayed behind Tony. He punched me out enough as it was. Better to stay the underdog. You ever feel that way? You got it. Don't threaten. Maybe I'll pick up some of my mother's unpredictable sympathy along the way. And you know how sometimes it's not till years later that you realize what you're doing? You really understand it? It wasn't until after I met Sonia that I had a dream. Tony and I were playing paddleball in Murphy Park. Yeah, on the north end over by Avenue C. And I kept on almost winning, but just losing to him. Close volleys, close games, but making sure to lose. Getting as close to success as possible while keeping my presence to a minimum. When I told Sonia about the dream, she had a mathematical term for it.
A maxi-min strategy.
Barely losing. That's what kept me alive as a kid. There was only one thing in my life back then that it was safe for me to excel at. Acting. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this player here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so to his own conceit, that from his inner working all his visage waned? No one could see my real self. It was a place where I could scream and go crazy and no one cared. It's not me, it's my role. A place to spit guts and rage with no one suspecting. I started taking acting classes, and in college I studied theater. But writing? Ooh, I never even thought about it. Didn't think I had anything to say. Until I met Sonia. We were both active in Arcoiris. You remember that? Militant, anti-racist.
Ruben was one of the kindest people I'd ever met. After protest marches, he'd take me to the movies, and it was because of him I got to see plays. I never knew much about theater, but I felt his passion.
Sonia saw something in me.
After he graduated from City University with his master's degree, I convinced him to take a playwriting course at the New School.
And I was hooked!
The Pythagoreans were mystic philosophers and mathematicians. According to them, the world as we know it had a perfect design, and they alone knew those design secrets. So it was only right that they control and rule all the wealth.
Like the 1% today.
You got it.
Oh, wait. What was their proof that the world design was perfect?
Well, the key was that the idea that every length on Earth could be neatly expressed as a ratio of whole numbers. Every distance was supposed to equal one whole number over another.
Like 69.
Easy,
My bad. But what about a decimal, like 0.333, and on and on? Oh wait, that's 1 over 3, right? Because it's one whole number over another, that's what you're saying?
Well, not me, that's what the Pythagoreans said, and they didn't want to know otherwise.
Right! You said they murdered the dude that disproved their idea.
Well, yes, but I was wrong about who that person was. Y'all, I had promised myself not to get into it, but I couldn't help myself. They thought it was a man named Hypocris, and now they don't know who that man was. If there was a man.
But you mean it could be a woman?
I mean, none of the scholars ever considered that possibility.
So wait, every mathematician back then was a man.
9 out of 9.
That's what I said.
Well, 9 out of 9 isn't quite all. You see, a woman mathematician back then would be the occurrence of a zero probability event. Anyway, they just don't know who the Pythagoreans murdered. That's the problem for the play that you all are trying to create. The history is too cloudy. If I were you, I would just tell Professor Cintron to choose another topic.
Wouldn't it be better if you came and told him yourself?
Please, Dr. T?
Help us explain what you just said.
I just spent all this time explaining it to you people. Now you can go ahead and pass that on.
Oh, you didn't want to help Professor Cintron?
Oh, what are you trying to say?
Everybody needs a helping hand, girlfriend. That's what I learned with Godman.
Whether they were right or wrong, sometimes doesn't matter.
I wouldn't miss it.
She'll be more forgiving than I am, so don't get any smart ideas.
Well, has she forgiven that marriage of yours?
I'm ignoring that question. Anyway, an announcement. My article was accepted for publication.
That's wonderful. Congrats.
Thanks. I have to give my credit to the simple amount of space that this school and you have created for me. Can I just say that?
Well, now you can write all the other papers you wanted to do.
Oh, well, I don't know about all of that.
Why not?
Oh, well, Mervin, I'm here to see one of your improvs.
Well, I'm trying to see if a Pythagorean play is even possible.
Well, Emmett Clemente got bit by a blood and intrigue bug, and now she's passed the obsession on to you.
It's an exciting story.
Well, with too many blind spots.
Oh yeah, we got both profs here. I see you.
I'll only be here for a minute.
Whenever you're ready.
Alright, cool.
Don't leave before we discuss.
We will not be kind to those conspiring against our city. The comforts bestowed on us are the natural rewards for our superior minds.
Who decides which minds are superior?
Very simple. Mathematical knowledge is key. Our principles are clear and beautiful.
Then why are people complaining about your brotherhood? They ask, why not let us share? And many more would ask the same.
Dominance by the mathematically endowed is by design, not chance. All is proportion. Order.
What is your proof of this order?
How else to explain that every length can be neatly expressed as a ratio?
Ah, yes, that's a Pythagorean idea.
Well, let me see if I follow this. You say that every distance can be expressed as a ratio of simple numbers. And you say that this proves that the world is well designed, just as it is, with all the wealth in the world going to a few individuals who control the laws.
Does that sound familiar or what?
Now, would some people question the logic?
Yeah!
Leave that be. What cannot be denied is, if there is a flaw in your group's mathematics, for example, if there is an exception to your supposed universality of neat distances, then out goes the proof of your divine design of power. Let us share! Let us share! Let us share!
There is no exception! There is no exception!
That's not what I hear!
What rumors have you heard?
Did we get the ideas right?
Yes,
Let's
go!
go!
Incredible!
Well, Professor Cintron helped us.
I figured he... Well, here's where you run into a brick wall. Whatever rumors that you've heard, the plot can't develop into anything more because, well, nobody knows what happened.
Yes, if we were writing a history or a docudrama, you'd be right. But in a fictional play, a historical gap in knowledge is a gift. They can't contradict us if we write what is likely to have happened.
Well, I guess you come farther than I thought you could.
I'll take that.
But right now, I have to grade some tests, so, Feliz Navidades, guys!
Merry Christmas!
Happy holiday, fellas.
Felicidades, profe.
Yo, okay, you killed that, bro. Yo, I thought I would get a little too bad.
Well, I hope we don't have to roll our own on the story from here.
Could you stop her from leaving real quick?
I wouldn't even try. If she doesn't want us, well, we'll have to find someone else.
Have you ever made that mistake before?
Okay, well, we keep running into the problem that Dr. T predicted. So, I asked her to join us one more time, and she said, you know, last week we talked about it, and she...
You saw her over the holidays?
Yeah, we ran into each other at a dinner.
Oh, that must have been an important dinner.
Sort of.
Tell us about it.
No, it was
Are we
right.
interrupting?
Oh, yeah, we were hoping you'd make it.
Welcome. Can you tell us what drove a hole through the Pythagorean powers, and how important to them was their famous theorem?
Professor Citron, Dr. T. How far are you to go back?
Too many questions.
How long have you two been friends?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I do. I always wonder whether two people could stay. My mom used to get my violin with me, and my pop used to get my violin with her. We walked out when I was 8. Come on, Dr. T, tell us about it.
Well, I suppose I tell you about the theorem?
No, I'm gonna make a comment. This is a ghetto college. Well, we all been to high school. And I mean, people don't want to remember the fucking Pythagorean theory.
Yo, easy, Papa. My bro, that's your profe?
I mean, for ones like me that never learned it, might be bored still.
Well, tell you what, I guess we could go over the theorem in class.
Oh, you think we could learn it?
Or relearn it, which is tough for me.
You see, it's much easier than you think. Many people weren't aware, but Pythagoras learned that the famous theorem when he traveled to Babylonia. The myth about his miraculous discovery was a con.
Oh, well, what else is new? Power rewrites history.
Wait, so maybe the Pythags learned about the square root of 2 the same way, from the Babylonians?
No. Pythagoras was in the 6th century, but these Pythagoreans were 800 years later, in the 5th century.
Oh, that's BC, baby. The centuries go backwards.
Well, by this time, I think the Pythagoreans were out of touch with Babylonia.
You think? What, you don't think the Greeks had immigrants for hired help?
Oh, were there undocumented Babylonians?
Or slaves.
They got you there, Dr. T.
Well, all right. I mean, probably. I can't imagine a Babylonian or a slave that discovered irrational numbers.
Well, now you're saying you know the story?
Well, there's no proof. There's no record.
Oh, well, it's funny to hear you arguing this way. I mean, it's not like they kept records of discoveries and inventions by slaves. Look at the cotton gin. Get down, Angel. You've been in the corporate world so long, you let them wash your brain.
Aye, don't fight! We're trying to bring math and theater together!
I actually like your ideas, Ruben.
Hey, yo, wait a second. But if the Pythagoreans had slaves, yo, then maybe we could combine the counting pedestals project with this play.
Well, hey, I mean, you may be on to something. The slave that helps Calliope could be Babylonian. I mean, the Babylonians did have a superior numbering system.
Would that be enough to challenge the Pythags?
Well, it might be time for your first lesson in math education.
Oh, well, listen up. You're getting it from an expert.
Okay.
So, Suppose you're teaching a class and you come to a problem that you just don't know how to bring to your students. What do you tell them?
You make something up.
No, your students are too smart for that.
Oh, you change the subject.
No.
No, you say, I'll get back to you.
Tampoco.
Well, we're all listening. I mean, you don't know the answer to the solution or what to do.
You assign the problem for homework. All right.
Oh.
That's fresh.
I'm doing the best I can. I showed him the script and he seems impressed.
Your charm has reconquered Mommy. She enjoyed your visit.
Well, the reconquering went both ways. It was great to be with her. And with you.
I feel that there's a chance we could be closer again.
I'm hopeful.
Let's not lose each other this time,
We went over this. Oh,
Is
let me try We went over the script. How acting you gonna stay for rehearsal?
I wouldn't want to miss it.
Are you ready to start?
I am, but let me go find Otis. He might have some dust in his eye.
How about we take your moms to dinner tonight?
Oh, I don't know if she'll be able to make it, but maybe the two of us?
Stop! Stay. Was it not you that sent the saving numbers to Calliope? Speak! How can a slave with such arithmetic speed?
I took no part. I spoke not with Calliope. I know nothing.
Fear not. You've no need to deceive me. Without your solution, Calliope might now be dead. Amazing that you could solve a problem so fast.
A simple calculation.
Not simple for Calliope, nor for me, I must admit.
That is because Greek numeration is clumsy.
Yes.
No offense, but the arithmetic in Babylonia is faster.
And the women there? Are they all so numerically striking?
Ooh, we like nowhere else, Papa. That's our station by the Tigris River.
Get it, Frank! That was the line of the plane.
There was this one head out so fine and bad.
You see the way men are? No wonder Carmel is about to leave you.
Oh yeah, you would love that, right? Hey, you know what? I realized I had to go after the garbage. We get it together now.
That's good, Frank.
You know what war is like?
No!
When the lieutenant be yelling at you to kill every living person in a block, and you gotta figure out how you gonna not do that, huh? Or kill the fucking lieutenant!
Stay with me. Hey, look. Hey. You alright, Frank?
Maybe. We're still talking about Iraq and my memory just... Eva, I'm sorry.
How do you get over that?
I did a panic attack. And I fell to the ground. I started breathing real heavy. And I started moaning. And I started screaming for help. Como si me hubieran dado un ataque, right? And they never seen nothing like that. And the medics carried me away.
Yeah, you used your Boricua brain, son.
Yeah! Yo, you should do a play about me when I was over there.
It's possible, and it'd be important. But right now, let's work on this one. Okay? Let's jump to the next scene. For the love of 60. I got it.
I've heard of the love you people hold for the number 60.
The world will remember us for that, throughout time, in every second of every minute.
Will you teach me your mysteries? Pythagoreans value proof of perfection, of privilege, ruled by superior minds.
Hey, Otis, your character has a heart, but he's a pipe addict, so he's like mixed up, right?
Like me, before I came here, I know where I was going.
You still don't know where you're going, boy.
Hey, at least I ain't going back to doing my street game. I got a dream, and wherever I go, I'm gonna do theater.
You like mathematics?
He did it till he met Dr. T.
Ay, contrólate, Frank, ven.
There is a certain ratio that I must find. Can you compare ratios easily?
I don't know what you mean by ratio. Lucas, are you not so called? I am Anmitu. Would you buy me from Nikias? If you were my master, I could teach you Babylonian arithmetic. Please, you are much kinder than Nikias.
If I can exactly describe a distance, can you compare it as a ratio of two numbers?
Ratio again. What do I say? I don't know what's happening.
Wing it.
Take the Babylonian dance.
I will guess what you mean by that word. It is what in Babylonian we call a fraction.
Yes! So a square with
Wait, let's write that down.
a square with unit size of length. How long is the
It's not that kind of play.
how long is a diagonal?
The square of the diagonal is 2.
The square, yes, with a diagonal itself.
What's the mystery? Square root of 2?
Yes, but they can't express the root exactly. Right, Sonia?
Yes, it terrified them. Someone starts challenging their perfect minds or their theories. I mean, they had to eliminate that person.
That's why they killed me.
You seen this movie before? Radical 2. Would you take 7/5? Its square is fairly close to 2.
Let us not speak of fairly close.
I like the way you say my name.
This square root of 2 defies us. Oh, you find its ratio, or fraction, as you call it. You find it, and I'll buy you from Nikias.
Buy me from Nikias, then I'll find
Blackout.
Whoa!
Hey, blackout! Hey! Skipping the 3 yo!
Is this a history or a romantic comedy?
Is there a difference with these two?
Oh, hey, I got a name for the play.
What you got?
Radical 2.
Yes.
Oh, you say something.
Okay, let's take a break. Let's come back in 30 minutes. For this next part, we're going to need Dr. Tavares' help. So let's get it while we still can.
Dr. T, they say you leaving to consult for a company in St. Louis?
You don't gotta take that off of Dr. T.
It's the pay, right?
The tremendous difference. Are we just a ratio to you, Dr. T?
A high-power contract or us?
What to say? I mean, I'm happy you guys want me here, and now you've got me with this play. Y'all, I'd hate to leave.
One number over another.
Are you a Pythagorean? Pretty good.
Finally inside each other again.
Mi amor, I've got something to tell you.
If it's about the email that the dean sent me about denying my full-time position, it's okay. I mean, I already saw it.
A scumbag. No wonder this school's a fucking disaster.
I mean, I'll be taking the contract with Windward. What else can I do? I gotta take the money when it's offered.
I go crazy without you.
I have to get the dean notice.
No, Nerita. Look, we get married. That's what I wanted to say. We get married and you'll be on my health insurance. We could share expenses.
I mean, yes, my help.
Yes?
Yes, we get married and then we can have children. It's fun. But this is my career and this is a beautiful opportunity that they're giving me. I mean, will you still marry me even though I'm gone for a few months?
What about your work here? The confidence you built with the students. Does that mean nothing to you?
Oh, I mean, I love the students and I love helping them learn and I love working with you and I mean, it breaks my heart to leave.
Is there nothing I could do or say to change your mind?
I wish. I mean, like I said, this gig is only what, a few months, at most 6. I mean, we can get married now.
So we get married and then you leave?
I'm not
gonna fall for that.
Come on, I mean, it's not for a lifetime, Ruben. It's just a fucking contract. Are you ready for me or not?
I'm ready for you, always.
Listen, don't think I don't like what you're saying, and please don't think that I don't love you.
Are the double negatives from being a mathematician or from doubts?
Ruben! So what? You tell me. Male privilege, you got it. I mean, I know the work here is so meaningful. I'd do it if there was no pay at all. On the beach, that's consultant lingo for out of work for some time. Before Ruben called me about this adjunct position, I was on the beach for 2 years. And aside from legal expenses and day-to-day things to pay for and divorce fees, I mean, just all devouring my savings, this contract comes in like a freaking waterfall in a desert. The difference? As an adjunct, I make $14,000 a year. If I get this position, I'm making double that every month. So what? What? I'm supposed to leave this lifetime of an opportunity to satisfy Ruben's neuroses? So you've been ignoring all my calls, my texts, you ignored me now? What, are you trying to punish me?
I'm preparing for after you leave.
My good fortune publishing got you mad?
Is it good? Look, here you were able to publish one of your papers, and think about how much more you can do. And are you even thinking about the students' feelings?
I feel horrible too. Look, I know the timing sucks here for Bang, but Windward refuses to wait. And that's just how consulting works, amor. I mean, they're desperate. If they're not going to go and take me on, and if I don't say yes, they'll just leave.
I'm starting to feel more grief.
Back to consulting again. You'll have to talk business dreams, not no sideline dreams, company numbers. What was that line? They can pick up your worldview, check the way you are with people, whether or not you fit the game plan. You remember that play?
I'm trying not to. You're my conscience, Ruben. That's why I love you.
Yes, but your mind is made up.
It's just a fucking contract, Ruben.
No.
It's not for a lifetime.
No. This is the last time you're gonna abandon me.
So what? Your apologies for dumping me were a fucking charade. You can go to hell.
We have a play to rehearse. Whenever you're ready.
So, now you can do arithmetic with fractional numbers. That is more than what most masters can do.
Hey, I'm Nito's teaching like Dr. T.
We grow stronger.
Stronger for when we revolt.
Reminds me of the fast food workers union we tried to join at Starbucks.
Oh yeah, comment on it.
Before you start on this crazy revolt, before you start on anything, you need to practice what you've been learning. Otherwise, your arithmetic won't stick.
Now we've gotten to a key point in the play, all right? This is where Ananito realizes the problem of the Pythagorean theory of numbers, what Dr. T likes to call the eureka moment.
When do you leave again, Dr. T?
In a few days, after I enter grades.
Wow, I'm gonna go back to doing my street game.
No, you're not, Mr. Sanchez. Because you're getting an A. All three of you are.
Whoopee.
My first day in math ever.
Yeah, that's great, but I'm gonna say something. You throwing us overboard.
I'm not throwing anybody overboard. I'll stay in touch.
Send us postcards.
But what you've been teaching us isn't just a class. It saved our lives.
This play means a lot to the three of us. And to Professor Cintrón.
It's more than their term project. We're gonna produce the play.
And we've learned so much about history, math, theater.
Does it mean anything to you, Dr. T? I mean, there's not a lot of plays about math or about a battle against slavery, and imagine 2 in 1. You want to leave us guindando now?
Throwing us over a Pythagorean cliff.
Dr. T is going to make good money, right? It's a great career move.
Will you be missing her, Profe?
Yes. I think we'll all be missing.
St. Louis. Shit. Right, they got a lot of Confederates over there?
They all have stripes and colors. And they're fighting against racism over there.
You never heard of Ferguson, Papa?
Okay, well, let's try this tremendous discovery.
Okay, I'll take a shot. Wait! All of a sudden an idea! Radical 2 can't be a ratio of any 2 whole numbers.
No. It can't just come out of the blue. Where does it come from for her? How?
It could happen through teaching. As Nitu was explaining arithmetic to her students, she could formulate things better.
That's something. That's how teachers learn.
Yep, I have to finish grading. But crazy, this could well be the way on how things actually arose. As she's explaining the lesson, she hits a contradiction, and then reductio ad absurdum comes and destroys the rationality complex.
What in the Einstein
Why, Dr.
problem
T?
was that?
Did she just put a spell on it?
I mean, it went a little bit over my head too. But, I think the point is we have to see and hear Nitu explaining to her students the square roots.
So a key part of our story is a proof we can't show in the play.
Wait, who says we can't?
You gonna stand on stage and prove that Radical 2 is irrational without putting everybody to sleep?
You being a negative number, bro.
I'm just saying. You would need an argument so clear, so exciting.
We'll do it.
Without Dr. T, keep dreaming.
Then we should do all that we can while she's still here.
It's too late for that. She's already taken up with the move.
Yeah, but once she's out in St. Louis, can't we email her the script and she can send us back math corrections and ideas?
No need to delude ourselves, Eva. She'll be so built up with her new project and her new place that she won't respond. I remember when she moved out to Philadelphia.
Or
for the
did you
contract.
refuse to communicate?
Yeah, like, did you call her or go down there and visit her?
No, I don't think she would have appreciated it.
Or were you just shy?
Quién sabe? When somebody leaves you in the dust, that's what you do. You just grope your own way. You do everything on your own. I think I'll leave early today. You three go over what we've done so far and make sure it feels right to you. I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Hey, profe. Suave.
Suave. Maybe we'll find a replacement for Dr. T.
Yeah, he's hurting inside. Shit, Dr. T's hurting all of us. How are we supposed to pass college math next semester if they bring in a payaso to replace her?
Yeah, but she got herself a decent contract out in St. Louis, which she don't got here. And if this play means so much to Professor Citron, why can't he take a crash course in math?
You lost your fucking mind, man.
Hey, yo, man, don't talk to her like that,
Did
bro.
she hear about words like that before?
And when I fucking snuff you again,
So what happened? So what's up? So what's up?
Shit,
Let me see
guys!
it.
What? Dr. T's leaving and now you go back to your ghetto ass selves? It's time for us to make a move here.
How?
First, we get some of the other students in on this.
like a committee.
Yeah, you got it.
Yo, and you know what else? Yo, there's this big-ass math institute all the way west on 4th Street.
Wait, in Luisa?
No, it's all the way west on Broadway, yo. Oh my God. I used to pass it every time on my lunch hour break at Kmart. You know, there's always places you got no reason to go to, right? You just walk on by and you'll probably stay out of them forever, right? But, you know, there are some, like you know, like those places that they sell food from, like the cart, but then you got like a stomach virus, right? I know, it happened to me the other day. So, you know, and you probably stay out of there. But like, there are some places that they couldn't even pay you to open the door, no matter how much they were paying you. But back then, I used to walk by there, and I used to try to not even see that math building. But now, I think that if back then you would have told me, Dike, that I was thinking of setting foot in there, my nigga, I would have told you was tripping, or tu estabas fumando algo brutal, and there was no way I was going in there. Not in my dreams. Yo, maybe they got a math man there that could help us out on the play. I can go in and ask.
Or a math woman.
You know what? I'm a cool Carmen. I think she's gonna want to help.
Yo, you do that. Yo, why the fuck did I not think about that? Oh, yo, what I'm gonna do right now.
Conflicted? Yeah, sure. I mean, there's always mixed feelings at the start of a contract. On one hand, you got, you're losing your life for an unpredictable amount of time. Only a fool would consent. On the other side, it's good pay and challenging work. The biggest takeover arbitrage group in the Midwest is needing help with their systems, and if not, they're going to be closed down by the state regulator. I'll be leading the analysis and design. All the while, all rich white male managers, your daily rate is higher than theirs. And you can feel their rage seething underneath. They'll dump this Babylonian bitch as soon as she fixes things. This has to be my last contract. I say that every time. This time, I'm feeling so torn. You don't have to say it. What the fuck am I doing? students from my own Luisa, my 3 special actor mathematicians, doing a really significant play. And Ruben, I love him more than anything. I love him even more than before. Isn't that crazy? And now he just wants me. Yeah, he just wants me when I'm in his neck of the woods. That's not gonna happen. And at least I'll be getting paid while I try to push him out of my mind. Don Dinero, powerful caballero. I'll be laughing and hating myself all the way to the bank.
Ruben, Dr. T may not be lost to us.
Forget her.
That's what you want to teach us? After one mistake. Is that what's in the books, or did you just make that up?
No, Dr. T's not the one who made the mistake. I'm the one who fucked up. Only to you I talk like this, Frank. Don't say anything to the others.
Man, no worries.
Sonia's the most beautiful person I've ever known.
I can see how you two care about each other, even when you try to hide it. Is it okay to ask why you two were never married?
I asked her to marry me before she left.
That don't sound like fucking things up.
I should have done that years ago.
So what? She said it's too late?
No? She said yes. That's when I fucked things up. I just couldn't handle it when she insisted on leaving. Happened to me like that once before.
Yeah, I sort of know about that.
I mean, I thought this time would be different, that I could be more mature. But I just snapped when she wouldn't cancel her contract. What's wrong with me that I can't handle that? I've tried calling and texting, emails, don't. Okay, so we'll have to do our own research from here on and then find our own proof for Radical 2.
I actually found it in a matchbook before Dr. T left. But she said Aranito's reasoning back then had to be different.
Okay, well then we will devote ourselves to finding Aranito's arguments.
No can do, profe. I got Carmen coming to study here in the fall.
She told me. That's fine.
Congrats to you both.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, she's gonna be real busy with the union at Starbucks. And I'm gonna have to take as much work as I can get, so I'm not gonna be able to do no research.
Profe, Eva and me can't do it either. You may not know this, but
You can tell him. I'm moving in with Otis and his family.
we're gonna be like tied up for a while, you know?
That's great news. But I thought we were working together on this. I mean, before Dr. T left, all of you were finding time no matter what got in the way. Now it's like you're all disappearing. I mean, ¿qué está pasando aquí, huh? I thought you were serious about studying theater.
We'll get back to rehearsal after the semester break.
Yeah, same here. So you wanna act in the play, but you don't wanna help put it together. Let me educate you people on something. When you're working on a play, you have to stay together.
We gonna do that.
You know it, but we can't find out what Nito's reasoning was.
And for that, you need a mathematician. Yo, we got something to show you.
Committee for Radical 2? What is it?
Yo, some more of your students want to help out on the play.
Well, I see their names here, but the food workers union? How are you managed to do that?
Eva and Carmen got them interested.
They think theater will be an encouragement for us all.
That's fantastic. And the Quran Institute of Mathematical Sciences, that's where Sonia got her doctorate.
I know. I went and I asked to see if they could help us out.
Crazy.
Yo, I know. I went in and I said my thing. I was like, yo, y'all do style, boom, boom, bam. You know what I'm saying? And they said that they got a few math people there that they know English and math history, but they're not free right now. But they said that if we got Dr. T with us, they're gonna let us perform the play there.
We need her back on this project.
Yeah, and in the meantime, get her to tell us the proof Anutu would have used.
Not possible. She's gone to us. She doesn't respond.
Did you leave voice messages?
No replies.
She's on a contract. The most important thing is that she shouldn't extend it.
And I guess there's only one way.
No, he wouldn't want that. Would you, Prophet?
What do you mean? What are you driving at?
I mean, transportation's too expensive. The company probably,
Windward?
Windward. I mean, they probably paid for Dr. T's hotel and her flight.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, you got the next 2 weeks off. You're free to travel.
Are you saying I should go down there?
Airfare's too much.
I mean, it's heavy, but it's possible.
I can help you reserve a flight.
I'd do it just to show how important your feelings are to me if it was just airfare, but I'd have to find a place to stay.
You've got no relatives in St. Louis?
None at all. I'm just a Latin from Manhattan.
What?
And anyway, no, I've heard that St. Louis hotel prices are in the sky. Ain't no way.
Hey, just give it a shot. Come on, I'll help you.
Can you fight your own students?
I mean, you need a miracle. Like finding someone at the airport that invites him to stay with her. Someone understanding.
Someone who needs you whether she knows it or not.
All of a sudden, in a strange city, impossible.
No! Almost impossible. It would be the occurrence of a 0 probability event. Can you believe this? I know we all find ourselves taking care of others a lot of the time. Like me with my brothers and sisters. Or your boyfriend or your friends when they're sick. Or children, right? If you want kids. Parents or grandparents or anyone. But teachers? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a totally different person from who I was when I got here. Yeah, a big 4 months. Meeting Otis. Yes, him more than anyone. Warm, his crazy spirit. But not just Otis. And not just the fast food workers union at Starbucks. No, it's Professor Cintron and Dr. T. I've learned so much from them. And I'm so sure that I'll learn more. Yeah, that's how it usually is with teachers, right? You might love them and they don't even remember your name. But you see the life guidance we've been giving these two prophets? Is that incredible or what? Are we still thinking that we're nobodies to them? Nobodies? Or maybe. Maybe not quite.
Monday, and so that's a heroic thing. Wow.